you're thinking of coming to Montenegro, or maybe you've already got a trip booked, you might be wondering what you can see and do in this beautiful country.
Stick around because in this video we will show you the highlights of our time in Montenegro.
This won't be a typical day-by-day itinerary as we did in Malta, because for Montenegro we broke our time up more evenly between day trips out and relaxing days by the beach.
All the trips will have their own dedicated video to follow, and we'll put a playlist in the description.
If you have any questions regarding any of the trips that we've done that we haven't really covered in this video, please feel free to
leave them in the comments below.
This video will also be broken into chapters, so if you're not really interested in doing one of the trips that we're showing you, you can easily skip on to the next one.
Montenegro is a small country in Balkans with a population of only about 500,000 people. It is on the coast of the Adriatic Sea, with Croatia to the north and Albania to the south. We even flew into Dubrovnik in Croatia instead of Montenegro itself. As that airport is handily located for Montenegro, it is much larger with more amenities than the airport in Tivat.
This meant we had to go through borders twice, but the drive wasn't too long, only 3 hours including border crossings, as well as taking a car ferry to get from near Kaminari to Tivat.
This ferry is what probably gave us our first proper glimpse of how beautiful the scenery of Montenegro is.
Many of the coastal towns have old towns with winding streets and red tiled roofs, which makes them look picture postcard perfect against the sea.
Up until the 1990s, it was part of the former Yugoslavia. It was then considered as part of Serbia until it gained independence in 2006 through a referendum.
It is very mountainous and the country offers some stunningly beautiful scenery. At Kotor you can take a cable car up 1,300 metres to see views over the coastline above.
Before coming here, I didn't realise Montenegro was as much of a sun worshipper's paradise as it is.
We were here in August and had 2 weeks of blue sky sunshine with temperatures ranging from 33 to 38 degrees, so plenty of people seem to also come here to soak up the sun by the pool or beach whilst enjoying all-inclusive benefits.
If you head north into the mountains, the temperature will drop by about 10 degrees. In summer, this offers a cooler environment for activities for hiking and cycling around its national parks.
In winter, the mountains also have an additional tourism season for skiing. Definitely not something we're expecting before we visited Durmitor when we'll be baking in 37-degree heat by the coast.
We stayed at the Iberostar Waves Bellevue in Budva. This is advertised as a 4-star hotel.
Our hotel tour will be our next video, and I'll link it at the end of this one, so be sure not to miss that if you're looking for a hotel in the Budva area.
Our first trip was Kotor. We went to the old town in the early morning and were able to look around its labyrinth-like streets before it got busy from the cruise ships.
We then took a speedboat with a small group and saw Our Lady of the Rocks, a Catholic church on an island off the coast of Perast.
Our boat took us into World War II submarine caves, used more recently as a film set for Casino Royale, and then past a former jail used in World War II, which is now converted into a 5-star luxury hotel.
Our final stop on the boat was Blue Cave, where we had a chance to swim, and that's something our water babies will never turn down.
On returning to Kotor, we had a longer stint in the old town where we walked some of its streets, part of its walls, and also stopped for lunch.
After leaving Kotor itself, we went to the cable car, taking a 1,300 metre ascent to the summit and riding on the Alpine coaster to finish the day with a bit of a thrill.
Budva itself is just a short 30-minute walk from our hotel, with a handy tunnel that cuts through the headland.
Its streets are also maze-like in a similar vein to Kotor's. We visited the Citadella and walked the walls. For me, the walls were the highlight, just €2 per adult and the children were free, and it gave the best views of the quaint and pretty streets below with the white walls and red tile roofs.
We also visited a couple of the churches, which were stunning inside. However, did not film or photograph inside out of our respect.
Our third trip was to Čučuci Waterfall. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Whilst the waterfall looks quite small, many photos we'd seen in the build-up to our holiday made us want to do the 45-minute linear walk to the falls. However, August is clearly not the best time to visit. The waterfall itself is a trickle, and by all accounts, what we'd read suggested it would be like you had the place to yourself, and that certainly wasn't the case.
If you were in Budva during a shoulder season, when it's still hot enough to enjoy the falls, slightly wetter for more water flow, I imagine this would be a serene and picturesque way to spend an afternoon, soaking up nature and away from the other tourists on the beach below.
A short way up the coast from Budva is the old fishing town of Sveti Stefan, on an island off the coast, but still connected by a land bridge.
In the 19th century, this was converted to a luxury hotel, and for the past 10 years or so, there has no longer been public access.
We stopped at a viewpoint above the island. From here, we continued on to Lake Skadar, where we ventured out onto the lake on a traditional boat.
This is the largest lake in Balkans and in southern Europe at over 400 kilometers squared.
The lake sits on the border between Montenegro and Albania. It is also home to a wide variety of wildlife, both avian and aquatic. If you're there really early in the morning, you may also see a pelican or two.
After Skadar, we went to Cetinje, the former royal capital of Montenegro, where we were given free time to wander around its streets and historic buildings.
On the way back, we stopped at Horizon Bar just above the Serpentine Road and drove the Serpentine Road back to Budva. Now this is a windy road which has become almost a tourist attraction in itself.
We're halfway through our list of trips. If you found this video useful so far, please give us a like.
We'll also follow up this video with one for each trip going into more detail. So if you don't want to miss out, hit the subscribe button and follow along with our travels.
Winery tour. Returning to the area around Skadar, we went in to visit the town of Godinje and visited Garnet Winery.
We tried 4 different local wines, a white, red, rosé and orange, which was in colour but not flavour.
A selection of local cheeses and meats were on offer to be paired with the wines, and chocolate for the red.
We finished with 3 aperitifs. All 3 were rakias. One was a traditional one similar to port, and one similar to limoncello. Our favourites were the rosé and orange wine, and we took a couple of bottles of these home with us.
Durmitor National Park sits in the north of Montenegro.
It is a much cooler region, 10 degrees or so lower than the coast.
Our first stop was Tara Canyon. This is a deep gorge, and for adventurous types has rafting and ziplining. For those not so adventurous, it still makes a great stop as a viewpoint over the bridge and the gorge below.
We then went to the Black Lake. Here we had lunch and took a walk around the shoreline of the lake. The scenery was stunning. It is a truly beautiful location.
As we were off the main path, at points the walk got a bit tricky, such as one part where you needed to climb up a steep section with rope. So if you intend to come here and want to leave the main path, consider sensible shoes.
Our final stop of the day was Ostrog Monastery. This led to rather unexpected turns in our day, but you might have to watch our Durmitor video for more on that.
Trip 7, Budva By Sea. This was a short excursion by boat.
We went along the coast near Budva and saw the old town from the water, including the walls and citadel, before continuing along to see a selection of sea caves. We moored off Calypso Beach where my little water babies could go snorkeling.
Our final stop was St. Nicholas's Island, known locally as Hawaii. Here we had some free time to explore the island and its beaches.
If you found this video useful and would like to see more from our adventures, please
hit the like button and subscribe button.
And join us next time as we
do a hotel tour of the Iberostar Waves Bellevue.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye now.